Morning, boys. Morning, everyone. How we doing, man? How we doing, boys? Morning, boys. Morning. Bruv, really? Can you let me fucking paste the link? Fucking hell. Bro. Just not letting me paste the link. That's fucking jarring. What we saying, no chat? What we saying, chat? How are we? We're gonna have to send the link in on here. Let me know what pairs you man are looking at. Let me know if you're in any trades, if you're in any buys, sells, what you're looking at, what pairs you're looking at. And we'll get into it, boys. I've half lost my voice a little bit, but we're still fucking getting it done, boys. We're still getting it done. Morning, boys. Morning, everyone. Morning, everyone. Morning, everyone. How are we? How are we, boys? Morning, Jed. Morning, IH, LH. Morning, Tommy, MH, Womble, Phil, Abdul, Wilder, Alfie, Phil, Jed, Brian, Boran, JM, Ralph. What we saying, boys? Morning, everyone. Yeah, let me know what pairs we are looking at. Bullish on Euro. I'm in an EU buy. EU looks bullish. A lot of people's on an EU buy. A lot of people is looking at EU buys. I've got this trade placed, to be fair. But I do have it on a challenge account. I've got fucking loads of challenges accounts. So I just need to start trading them. But yeah. It doesn't really look like the greatest of positions. It's just simply following my daily bias and then my strategy. So if it fails, it fails. But it's just following my plan and my strategy. So it's one of them, chat. Yeah, I do think there are basically how I got my bias is, you guys know from the higher time frame, we're selling off from this weekly order block. We're selling from this weekly order block. So obviously we ideally want to be bullish down to this low. We also have daily CRT within this. Right here. And we're also tapping into this daily fair value gap. The only other thing is if we want to retrace a bit higher into this leg, maybe into the 50%. We might want to come a little bit higher. And that's if Monday wants to kind of manipulate, push higher a little bit, and then we distribute. We'll see if that does happen. But yeah, for now, I see enough reason to be selling given my higher time frame direction, and then our fair value gap here, and then our CRT here. And then yeah, once we've got that, it's just a matter of trading the strategy. Just a matter of either trading the ALG or the DTO in line with it. So you can see we've taken out the Asia high. We had an IFVG on the 15. So that is where we executed on, simply just following the plan. Obviously, if we aim for the low, the RR is going to be too low. It's going to be a 1-to-1. So we really do have to aim for this external low, which is another reason why I was kind of alright with taking the trade, because it is on a challenge account, and if this TPs, then it will pass the whole account. So it's really worth jumping in. And if it loses, I don't really care. As I said, it's a challenge account, and I've got loads of challenge accounts. So if it loses, I don't really mind. If it passes, then that's gas. So yeah, that's basically my outlook, boys. But let me know what you guys are seeing. Let me know if you guys see anything different. Oh, mate. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Great fucking weekend, eh, Lou? To be fair, bro, I did have a great fucking weekend. Mate, the parade yesterday was fucking sick. It was absolutely sick. I was buzzing, mate. It was sick, bro. I've never had nothing like that in my whole life as a fan. Never had that. That was fucking unbelievable yesterday. It was fucking sick. Anyone else in the chat? Who else was on the parade? Anyone else was there? Morning, Fletch. Morning, Slater. Morning, Jay, Steve, Jed. Can we address Stu's mushroom omelette for one more time? Yeah, trust me, bro. What was that about? Tio, what you saying? Yep, Fletch. EU buys, fair play. Quite a few people's looking at EU buys. Mike is low. It shouldn't be that low. He's turned up fully. I'm in EU sales, fair play. Stu deserves prison time for that China. Yeah, trust me, that was crazy. That was crazy. What's good, Lou? What you saying, casual? Lou lost his voice from celebrating pig win, fair play, great sportsmanship. Mem, you wouldn't know about that, bro. We are live on TikTok. I've lost my voice because I've fucking been at the parade yesterday. Let's catch these sales, make up for the Champions League defeat. Get up. TikTok, I've lost my voice because I've been at the parade yesterday. Let's catch these sales, make up for the Champions League defeat. Get up. We are live on TikTok. I've lost my voice because I've been at the parade yesterday. Let's catch these sales, make up for the Champions League defeat. Get up. We are live on TikTok. I've lost my voice because I've been at the parade yesterday. Let's catch these sales, make up for the Champions League defeat. We just post this TikTok and go live on there, boys. 2-6. 2-6. Right, let me quickly go live on TikTok. Alright, 2-6, bro. Boys, 2-6, boys. You get this link sent in. Someone said this is why I don't trade Mondays. Fairs. Honestly, fair enough. Honestly, I have no bias yet, waiting for more candles to print. Fair play. Daily SMC on EU and GU. Yeah, we have got a bit of SMC there. We can see the DXY is quite nicely aligned with EU, just not GU. But yeah, we're really seeing the same thing for the dollar. Just see if we want to push down for the first day of the week and then go up, or if we are just going to straight shoot up. Is really what we're waiting for. Appreciate the likes, Mark. I haven't watched football since 2018. Crazy. Oh, you went to the parade. Nice, bro. How long did it last? It lasted ages, to be fair. I didn't get home. I didn't get home till about, fuck knows when. I can't even remember what time I got home. About 1 in the morning. I was at one of my mates lives by the stadium. So I was at his gaff after it finished. Lou, I need to tell you this. This is my first day with a mouse on the charts. What the fuck have I been doing? Bro, once you use a mouse, you'll genuinely never go back. Once you start using a mouse, bro, you'll never go back. Literally ever. A mouse, bro. If you're not using a mouse right now, bro, you need to actually fucking look at yourself. My cousin was there too. Yeah, sick. Morning to hear what you're saying, bro. A lot of spikes going on. Yeah, there are quite a lot of spikes. Are you in this sell position? Yeah, I'm in this sell on a challenge account, bro. Football won this weekend. Nah, bro. It was blatant corruption. That's the thing, bro. That's the thing with us. We're always going up against it. We're always going up against it. We either got to go up against an oil club in the Prem, which we won, by the way, or an oil club in the fucking Champions League. That ref was an absolute joke. Absolute joke. He knows what he was doing as well. That was the most like blatant. But it's always more blatant in the Champions League as well. I feel like they just allow it to happen a lot more. But yeah, the ref absolutely fucked us. I'll be real. Oil money won this time, but no, we'll be back anyway, mate. We're quality. We're fucking quality. That's what yesterday made me realise. We're fucking quality. Mate, seeing all them fans out there, it was fucking sick to see. It was sick to see. Made me realise, mate, we'll so be back. See, Josh Kroenke on the bus was proper giving it as well. Oh, mate, it was fucking jokes. It was jokes. %24 possession and 1 shot in target in 120 mins. Come on, Lou. Bro, these had 1 shot on target and it was a fucking penalty in the 70th minute. We scored an open play goal, they didn't. And they scored a pen. Yeah, but we all saw it anyway. The blatant penalty on Madueke, like, I mean, that's just obvious. Like, the fact they didn't even watch the screen, that is just obvious, isn't it? I ain't too pissed off about it, to be fair. At the end of the day, we didn't get the cherry on top, but we still got the massive fucking cake. So, I'm happy. It was annoying the way we lost it, but to be fair, I'm proud of the boys. I'm happy with how the game went. It would have been better to obviously get the win, but it's penalties. What can you do? Still love our team. Still love them players. We'll be back as well. Everyone knows we'll be back. Everyone knows we'll be back, and we're here to stay for the next 10 years, 20 years. You lot best get used to it. You best get used to hate watching the Champions League final every year. It's going to happen again very soon, boys. Very soon. But yeah, the parade was sick. Let me know if anyone in the chat was here. It was fucking sick. Missing the target isn't good. That's my only... Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. The way it happened was brutal. Like, the actual way it happened was brutal. Don't get me wrong, PSG are a good side. But yeah, to lose on pens, and the thing is, their keeper didn't even save any penalties. Our keeper did. Like, if we just hit ours on target, then would have won the fucking game. Their keeper didn't even save anything. But it's one of those, chat again. Fair play to PSG. They've retained the Champions League, which ain't fucking easy. Ain't easy at all. So yeah, big up to them, man. But yeah, it was blatant. I mean, the ref was just blatant. It was the most blatant thing I've seen. But yeah, man, we'll be back. We'll be back. Congrats to PSG. Enjoy it. Try not to burn down the fucking Eiffel Tower though. Fucking hell. What is wrong with these lot? They win a cup and decide, yeah, you know what, let's all go outside and start burning the city down. Like, bro, French lot are fucking mad. Ref was bad in my opinion. I think any neutral would be able to say that the ref's bad. And this is the thing, like, a lot of people from England are kind of cucks when it comes to that. Like, how long in the Champions League have English teams been getting fucked? How long in the Champions League has English teams been getting fucked? Been happening for years, bruv. 4 years. Been happening for years. Chelsea, Barcelona, Liverpool. How many times did Liverpool get fucked against Real Madrid, and now Arsenal against PSG? England teams are always up against it in Europe. That's why whenever an English team's in Europe, I'd always want them to win it. Unless it's Chelsea or Tottenham, obviously, because they're my rivals. Anyone else I'd want to win it. Can't lie. Trying to think anyone who I wouldn't. Even United. If United were in a Champions League final, I'd probably want them to win it, just because it's England. Gabriel missing was the highlight of the season, yeah. I mean, it's pretty sad for you, man. I can't lie. The highlight of your season was a hate watch. That's brutal. I don't really... Like I said, I'm not really that pissed off. Obviously, I was pissed off when it happened, but... Yesterday just made me better happy, man. Just seeing all the boys. Seeing all the Arsenal out there, all the boys, mate. It was quality. It was quality. I wish you, man, actually supported a decent... To be fair, a few of you do support big clubs. A few of you support Liverpool, but you're just not from there. Or United, but you're just not from Manchester, so you'll never know that feeling. And I'm sad that you'll never know that feeling, because, mate, it's the best. Taking over the fucking city. It was sick, though. It was sick. Gutted for Eze too. He's so much better than that. I know, I was gutted for him. I was gutted for the both of them, to be fair. I was more gutted for Gabriel, to be honest, than Eze. Because I think Eze will get over it. But I think that will stay with Gabriel forever. I mean, even yesterday at the parade, you could see, every time it went past, like, my pals were going, nah, look, he's sweet. I was going, you can tell, like, every smile Gabriel gave was false. Like, you know, in the back of his mind, he's still thinking about it. And he probably won't stop thinking about it for years, but, bro, I don't care, I love him. What I loved yesterday, the amount of Eze and Gabriel songs, that's what I love. That's what I love to see. supporting the boys no matter what, even if they did miss pens, bro. We ain't like some clubs, do you know what I mean? We support our boys no matter what. Even if they do miss pens in Champions League finals, you're still Arsenal. Gabriel and Eze, still Arsenal through and through. And I still love the pair of them, and we'll be back. So it's calm. But yeah, man, it was quality, however his name is spelled. Raya was brilliant. Yeah, Raya's always quality, man. Raya's always quality. It's Kev. What you saying, Vex, Kev? Eze's weren't the pen that lost it, if you get me. Holy Eze. It was mad wakey, bro. Gabriel tried to win a corner with that pen. And, bro, that's another thing. The fucking corners, bro. Like, they just kept on chalking off our corners. Like, when have you ever seen that? Like, we all saw what was going on. Blew another account today trying to long. How much risk did you put? And where's your stop loss? Holy shit, bro. Like, morning, Luke. Can you go with your bias? No worries, bro. Should put more respect on Kai Havertz's name. I've said for time, Kai Havertz is so underrated, bro. Kai Havertz is so underrated. Thing is, he's like a Firmino type player. He's not gonna get you fucking 25, 30 goals a season. He's not Haaland, but he will create play and he'll chip in with the odd goal, especially a big important goal, and he'll give assists to other players. Havertz is fucking quality. To be fair, he clears Firmino anyway, but Raya is overrated. His defence is the best in the world. His expected save numbers are poo in the Prem. I'm not gonna lie, Cole. Literally just watch football. Bro's looking at his expected save numbers. Just watch football, bro. Just watch football. It's not even about our defence. Raya's the best part of our defence, probably. And you don't realise how much it does, like, going forward as well, having a keeper like that. Which pair? This is a you, bro. You in cells, yeah, bro. Who remembers the Leno days, bro, where our whole pattern of play would just be either long from Leno or short to David Luiz and then go long. Oh, mate, we come a long way. But this is why you guys are so pressed and coping so hard, because that's what we come from. Man United going to cook the Prem this season. Next season, watch. Yeah, ain't nobody scared of Man U, bro. Ain't nobody scared of Man U. What are you targeting in these cells? I'm targeting the low. It's the only reason it's really worth jumping in for me. As I said, I'm taking this on a challenge account because I've got quite a few challenge accounts. I need to start trading them. So, yeah, obviously there's no point aiming for the low because it's going to be a 1-to-1, which is just no point sitting in a trade for a 1-to-1. But if we aim for this external low here, then yeah, it'll pass the account in one trade if it comes through. So it's definitely worth taking on that aspect. But yeah, my target will be this low. Obviously, we are hoping that this distribution towards the March low can continue. So we've had the move, we've had a bit of a retracement into the fair value gap, so we just hope we can get that next move. Obviously, we only need a little move really to the external low, which in the grand scheme of things isn't too big. It's just when we're going to distribute. We know we are going to go down, it's just when are we going to go down. Yeah, we're obviously targeting this daily fair value gap, but we may want to come a little bit higher into it on Monday and then come down on Tuesday. That is something that we could potentially see. So it's not a massively high probability setup, but yes, it's worth taking on a challenge account for me. Plus my higher time frame bias is bearish, and we did see the ALG strategy form. We did see the ALG strat form. Took the Asia high, we had the IFVG, and then we had the entry. So yeah, it was simply just following my trading plan. I wouldn't say it's like a mega high probability setup or anything like that. I'm in buyers because price hasn't touched the daily order block. Right, so you want price to come up to here. Fair, so you're looking at buyers up to here, fair enough. And the thing is, even if I was looking for buyers, it would be off the DTO. You can see price hasn't really come into the DTO, so it hasn't given me a DTO entry. We haven't had that move, well, we have had the move away, but we haven't had the return back to it. So even if I was looking at longs, I'd be looking at longs like this. Got this 30-minute order block right by the DTO. So I'd be going for something like this. Yeah, even if I was looking at longs, I'd still want price to come down a little bit more first before I was getting in. So that's just sort of two different moves that I see personally according to my strategy. As I said, if it loses, it loses, boys. We're just trading our strategy, which I know works. So if I take a loss on it, it's not the end of the world. Lou, I'm going to go enjoy the rest of your day. This guy fully just came here to chat shit and leave. My boy, what you saying, MIA? United only did well in the week because they played once a week, yeah, trust me. Someone been at the parade, let it all work out, 25 possession, robbed. Yeah, bro, the parade was sick. The parade was quality. I hope all you man can experience something like that in your life. And if you're from England, I'll be honest, unless you're a Manchester fan living in Manchester, or a Liverpool fan living in Liverpool, or a Newcastle fan living in Newcastle, you're probably never going to experience that, ever. So hold that. But yeah, it was fucking sick. Anyone that needed live was at the parade, let me know. Good, bro, fan. It was a shame. It was a shame. It was a shame, man. We're speaking about it already, but it's one of those things, bro. It was unlucky, man. I'm still proud of the boys. We lost on pens. What can you do, innit? It's one of those things. I still fucking love Gabriel. I love Eze. Big them both up. I sent you a vid from the parade on Discord. Let's have a look. Alright, sick. Yeah, I had a sick jib. This was our view. Fucking hell, you had a sick view. You was on someone's balcony. Oh my days. Yeah, that's probably like the best. Yeah, sick. I jibbed in. I sneaked past the barrier and got a sick place, but I weren't as good as that. Fucking hell. Thoughts on Noni / Zubimendi not taking a pen. It's one of those things, bro. I mean, apparently Arteta come out and said that he scores them all the time in training. He always takes them in training and always scores. So it's one of those things. If he put himself up there, he put himself up there. I would have. Yeah, that's very true. Maybe not Noni, but Zubimendi, yeah, because there's a lot of pressure on Noni. Like the fans already don't really rate him that much. Even though I think he's calm. But yeah, a lot of players don't rate him. So, yeah, Noni I can understand. Like, to be honest, like, oh, mate, I was saying before the game, like, if it goes to pens, Make sure Eze, Saka and Noni are nowhere near that penalty spot. You just know the amount of abuse they're going to get if we lose, if they miss. But to be fair, everyone else was quite sweet about it, to be fair. It fell on Gabriel, really. But, yeah, I don't think Gabriel has much to be mad at himself for. He's one of our best players. He basically carried us to a league near enough, didn't he? So, yeah, big him up. I've experienced us lifting a European trophy in Istanbul and winning a treble. Are you a Scouser, Chris? What I'm saying is, I'm not saying like you can't be happy, but I'm saying if you ain't from the area, that stutter was horror. Oh, mate, don't. I hate that little stutter as well, especially if you're English. If you're Italian or Spanish, calm, do the stutter. Like Zubamendi would have done the stutter, but like, bro, if you're English, understand what steez you have. Like, just fucking, run up and shoot, bro. Like, oh, it's peak. But yeah, what I'm saying is, if you're not like from, like, if you're a Liverpool fan who lives in London, you can't say, oh, I experienced us winning a trophy and winning the treble. Like, you do not know you will never know what it was like to be a Scouser that day. Like, the streets of Liverpool being absolutely fucking taken over by Liverpool fans. You know what I mean? Scouser and treble shouldn't be said in the same set. Oh yeah, I just realised that. You just realised that, yeah. What? Yeah, what treble? Holy treble. Unless you're from Manchester, can't really say much about a treble. 1.165 should break before selling off, to be honest. Why is that, bro? Yeah, this is a key level, to be fair. Okay, let's start actually breaking lows now. Fucking hell. What does the average of low look like after a London session, mate? What? EU short stop loss today. Setup was good. GG. Well, how comes you got stop loss, bro? Where did you place your stop loss? Jump on the buy, boys. Everyone tap on the screen. Appreciate you, boys. Yeah, everyone drop a like on the stream, man. PSG winning a trophy turns Paris into Gotham. Yeah, man, this is what I'm saying. Like, this ain't even cope either. Like, obviously, PSG don't give a fuck. Like, they're buzzing, they won it. But like, when you support a team like that, it's like, bruv. Oh, like if we started burning shit at the parade yesterday and like setting cars on fire, smashing shop windows, I would have looked about and thought, like, bruv, really, this is the club I support. Mic kissing. Wait, let me unplug my mic. 2 secs. Pause the music real quick. Yo. Why can't I fucking hear it? Sweet, yeah, it's fixed. Right, let's break this fucking low. That's just French for you. Borders, not a care in the world. For you, open borders, not a care in the world. Macron's loving it. Yeah, facts. Are you in the trade? Yeah, bro. Yeah, facts. That's just facts. You can't deny that. I mean, Paris is like... Oh, it's bad in Paris, man. It's bad. Bro, real talk. Whoever sent that into the memes channel, I thought the exact same thing, bro. Like, I'm sure I sent a text to the fucking loyal saying PSG really starting with Cow the Dragon in net. Where'd you sell at? It's at current London high, bro. Are you in a sell position? Yeah. Bro, I just wanted a BIU. What's that? That's sweet Brussels pocket money, hard to resist. Yeah, facts. Do you have a new account? Yeah, I'm live on this account for a bit. Obviously, I'm still doing my YouTube streams as well. We've got about 250 people on the YouTube stream right now. Richesse Effects on YouTube if you want to tune into that, boys. Dollar is still king. Facts. USD JPY, mate. I'll be honest, I haven't been able to trade JPYs in a minute. I mean, yeah, you obviously would just be looking at buys, but for me, JPY is not really that optimal right now. Look, if you don't mind taking the risk, then trade it. But the only thing is, if that intervention comes through, you're just so cooked. You're just biblically cooked. Where's the DTO? Let's mark out the DTO on this so we can get a good idea of where to look to buy. So we are trading below the DTO right now. What you really want to see is a break above it, price distribute away, ideally with a fair value gap, retest the daily true open, and then look to getting buyers there. So that's what I'd wait for in terms of confirmation. So yeah, I'd wait for this movement here. Aim for that external high as well on the left. Sitting out today or in a trade. I'm in EU, bro. EU shorts. Wait, surely Netanyahu is the fourth crusade. Wait, what? Oh, can we have a... Wow. Bro, I've been getting followed by another account named as you. Yeah, bro, they're all scam accounts. They're all scam accounts. This is my... I've got a few real accounts in it, but I'll never fucking DM you first. You know my account from the one I go live on anyway. Chat, I am live on YouTube, by the way, right now. If you want to go tune into the YouTube. My YouTube is Richesse Effects. You can see full screen, full face cam. It's just a little bit better. But that's my YouTube if anyone wants to go watch that. Can we have a pro to bring back the Crusades? I mean, not glad if they do the Crusades again, bro, it's going to be fucking on top. It's going to be some serious beef. ALG setup. Yeah, bro, ALG today, bro. This is an ALG setup. Right, let's get a 15-minute close below this low for the love of it. Let's get a close below this low. We was thinking long from DTO early this morning. Yeah, I'm personally looking at shorts, bro. My high time frame bias is bearish. My theory is the BOJ lost 4 markets and UJ could pump to 170 soon. Oh, bro, I got fucking a peak burn from a flare on the side of my head as well. It's bare hard for me to see. It's literally next to my eye. Okay, we didn't get a close below, but let's hope we can start pushing below that. Start establishing ourselves. We got our next fair value gap here. You in this, yeah, bro. How's GJ? Oh, let me look at... Oh, you know what? Let me analyse GJ in a sec. Because a lot of people have started to ask me about JPY trades in these last few days. Well, last week and today. I want to be out before New York. Why is that, bro? We do have news, but it shouldn't really do too much. We've got news for the dollar at 3, but it's not really going to matter too much. My theory is that the BOJ lost for market. Yeah, what do you mean, digital? Say that again. Entered the trade 1 hour earlier, and I'm watching you get the same idea as me. I strongly believe this one will hit. Nice, bro. Nice to hear that, brother. You in this? Let me. Obviously, I can't show you my execution on here. Let me show my YouTube, my execution, and I'll show you, man. The yen basket is shortened until 5k, then intervention again. You think? Let's mark out that 5k. It's a long way to fall. Chat, let me show you my execution. If you do want to see execution, boys, then go over to the YouTube. It'll be a bit easier for you to see, because obviously it's on my phone, so. But yeah, this is only on a challenge account, chat. So it's worth taking the risk on this one on a Monday. I don't blame you if you are sitting out though. I can understand why. I'm just simply trading my strategy to when I see it. Now, nothing extreme. There's news on Wednesday that'll probably reach it. We've had these peak rejection of these pre-2026 all-time lows. Absolutely peak rejection. You can see that low that was standing really from 2024, so 2 years ago. It's still standing. Obviously, it broke away 2026. We pushed below, rejected, pushed below, rejected. And we finally started trading below, rejected it, pushed down, and that's when we started to see the yen intervention was back at 5k. So I suppose it's not the worst idea to try and short down to that. How comes you're putting the figure of 5k on it though, bro? What's made you think 5k? Obviously, the way we trade as well is we are bearish, so therefore we are looking at the ALG or DTO shorts. The DTO is right here. So you ideally want to look to sell off the DTO. So yeah, UJ does look nice. And EJ and GJ. I think UJ for me is the most optimal though. That's what I'll be looking for. A distro away from the DTO, then price returning back to it. In April I blew 200k's and in May I blew 200k's. How comes, bro? What have you been doing? Have you just been trading the ALG and DTO, or have you been trading a different strat? I don't know why, bro. Just trading. You should know why at least. If you don't know why, then that's a bit of a red flag. Euro USD, GP USD, 5 minute long SMT. Where's the SMT, bro? What time? I mean, neither of them broke this high. In my opinion, DXY does look like it's pushing up right now. Look at it on an hourly perspective. If we do look at it on an hourly perspective, you can see we've come in first of all to the daily fair value gap. So we got this on the dollar. Whereas we said we ideally want to be buying up to this March high from this weekly order block. We tapped into our daily imbalance. Only red flag for me being is we may, as it is a Monday, want to push down lower than this low, fill the gap fully, and then reverse from here. So that's the only thing that I'm a little bit worried about. If we want to push down, fully fill the gap, and then push higher. Obviously up to our March high as our target. But looking on the 15-minute, after coming into this daily, sorry, on the hourly, after coming into the daily imbalance, you can see we took the Asia low, filled our imbalance, and now we're starting to push higher. So I do think that we are going to be able to reach the Asia high and hopefully even higher than that. Let me move my DTO. I don't know why I've got like days old DTO on this. DTO is a long way away as well. It's all the way up here, so we're still very much discounted on the dollar, and it's optimal for us to buy back up to this point. Same with EU. The DTO on EU is all the way down here, so it is optimal to sell to this point. Obviously, Asia low would be our first target. I'll probably go break even after Asia low, just because it is kind of not a swing trade, but I'm aiming for about 8% to pass an account in one trade, so it does make sense to de-risk. We're coming into this next bit of imbalance now as well. Everyone double tap the screen. I just get the bias wrong. Remember when we was on call and I was showing you my chart? Yeah, Vex. Send me a text on Discord, Vex, mate, if you want. You are in a mentorship, right? Wait, 2 secs, Apple. Yeah, Apple, your first text didn't come through, bro. I would trade sales on EU until Asia low gets hit. Yeah, fair play. Be my first target. Could you do a mini breakdown on this trade? I half just did one, bro, to be fair. Let me know if you got any more questions about it, though. Plus, surely if they let the yen rock below 5k, that first intervention would just look pointless. Yeah, facts. I didn't see your first question, though, bro. I messaged you. Sweet, bro. Same analysis from my bias. I'm bearish, but people are still selling. Yeah, I'm bearish, bro. It's running pretty nicely right now. Do you think Friday low could be a good target? Yeah, bro, defo. I mean, we got a daily CRT, which for me, I would be targeting. This daily CRT low looks really nice to be targeting. We're so premium in this range as well. It's a joke. Considering we're bearish, like if we actually mark on the volume profile from really when this consolidation started, so from about here to where we are now, you can see right now, so the value area, if you don't know what the volume profile is, these two yellow lines is essentially where 70% of the volume was spent during the session. So basically majority of the volume was spent during this area, this price point. The area of the most volume was here. So really we always expect price to be drawn back to that level, that POC, point of control we call it. But also when we push above the value area, so this 70% where most of the 70% of the volume is spent is our value area, and you can see when we push above it, we tend to reject back in. When we tap below it, we tend to reject back in. Main reason being is price sees this as a fair range where it's fair to transact, so buyers and sellers see this as a fair point to deal within, to buy and sell. Whereas these points, the reason why we push back into the value area on the volume profile is because traders see this as too premium to bother dealing within this range. They're not willing to get in buyers and sells in this range, or buyers really in this range. Not willing to get in buyers. That's why we push back into a fair value area where we can fairly transact again. And then we push below, and then this is where you get to a point where sellers aren't willing to sell at this point because it's too weak. Or not too weak, sorry, but too discounted. So they want to push price back in here, and then we'll sell again. So great way to explain chop, yeah, bro. I mean, everyone's got a different perspective, but volume's definitely one of the better things you can use. We're about to invert this second fair value gap as well, so there might even be a second entry off this. In EU sell, limit was 648 and 5 pip SL, and we drop in nicely. Lovely, bro. Yeah, my stop loss was about 10 pips, but yeah, nice. Oh, we used fib on 7.9 and that's set at 5.10, so anything below is just scary for Japan's back. Yeah, I agree, bro. My sell limit was sniper, sweet, bro. Yeah, a lot of people, to be fair, a lot of people was looking at buys this morning. But let's see if we can invert this next 15-minute fair value gap here. Because if we do, we might be able to get a nice similar reaction like that. So entry on 0.5, 11 pip SL. And same TP. One too many times getting stop hunted into a TP reversal, yeah. I mean, that's why we just trade our strategy, boys. We trade the ALG or the DTO every day in the London session. It's very simple the way we trade and why we're kind of very relaxed and confident when we're trading the London session, which is the only session we trade, by the way. It's because the way we enter, so we have reversal strategy, ALG, continuation strategy, DTO. So we have ALG buys, DTO buys. Then we have ALG sells, DTO sells. So all we do is we go on the higher time frame, monthly, weekly, daily, 4 hour. We do our step-by-step plan, and that gives us our bias. Once we've got a bias, for example, sells, which mine today was sells, then I either just look simply to execute ALG sells or DTO sells. And obviously, ALG sells would be a reversal, whereas DTO sells would be a continuation. And you can see this one here was a reversal, as we was London session open bullish, and then we reversed, which is just a simple ALG setup. But yeah, this is going to be a significant point. If we can invert this, then that'll be really nice. If we start bouncing, it could be peak. So let's just see how we act at this level. But yeah, chat, if you are trying to get a free PDF on number 1, my daily bias, number 2, ALG strat, and number 3, DTO strat, you get a free PDF explaining all of this. Just send me a DM, boys. Send me a DM on Instagram. My Instagram is Richesse FX. Same as my name up here. Just send me a DM, boys. I made a free PDF because everyone kept asking me. No one really knew. Some people half knew the ALG, and literally no one knew about the DTO strat, which is fucking gold. And yeah, if you do want to book a call, boys, just DM me and we can jump on a free call. I don't mind explaining stuff to anyone. Bear in mind, my mentorship that I do is a one-to-one mentorship. So that's purely working with people one-to-one. So I don't mind jumping on a call and hearing more about the way you trade sort of thing. And seeing what we can do to improve that. Bro, I was bullish on Euro and now I'm in a loss. How comes you was bullish, bro? Dump is more likely. I agree, bro. Just looking at the DXY, it looks a little bit more bullish than bearish. We're racing towards that DTO. The only POI we've really got near the DTO is this big order block. So it'll be interesting to see how we act off that, how much impact that order block has. I do think that if we can break past this order block, we really, really could race up to this high. We really could. So it's a big test for price. Obviously, Monday there's a lot of FOMO as well, so it's probably a fair amount of people that didn't actually execute on these sells. Is being a PDF optimal? Probably not optimal. I mean, what's the opposite of optimal? DTO trades have been on fire recently. Trust me, bro. On fucking fire. On absolute fire recently. Bro, how comes you didn't wait for market structure shift before the entry? Because I entered off a 15-minute IFEG, bro. So with my strategy, I either wait for a market structure shift on the 1 or 5 or an IFEG on the 5 to 15. And you can see IFEG, retap, entry. IFVG, retap, entry. You saying POA gives me 4x, gives me, you pan, check your Insta. Wow, what did you send me, bro? I'm not in the mentorship, but it's the most confident strategy I've found to myself. Yeah, bro, you should definitely get in the mentorship. If you trade my strategy and you're not in the mentorship, you're just being kind of dumb. I literally invented the fucking strategy and have traded it full time on live for 4 years or 3 years. Not on live for 3 years, but traded this strategy full time. Used to trade New York and find out. You trade New York and barely had any confidence or found entries. Yeah, bro. DTO is the key today. I think it's near Asia low and seems a support zone to check. Yeah, defo, bro. Defo. That's what I'm thinking as well. That's exactly what I'm thinking. We just need to close below this fair value gap and we should really race towards the DTO, to be fair. Can you pause a bit on your strat? I'll be honest, bro, if you want to learn my strategy, just get in the mentorship, bro. I do one-to-one mentorship. I opened my mentorship last month. I'm doing 50 members at the max. I was originally going to do 30 members, but I filled up too quick. So now I did 50 members. And there's about 45 in there, boys. Once it's full, it's full. So I can't have any more because it does come with one-to-ones with me personally. So I've only got a certain amount of time, obviously, that I can actually jump on calls with you guys. So yeah, there's only 5 more slots realistically, and then it's going to have to be closed for a while. And yeah, my mentorship does come with 100 videos, all based around the concepts I trade and all diverting back to the daily bias, the ALG strat and the DTO strat. All of those 100 videos basing back to the strategy. Obviously, I do a full video on each of the 2 strategies and sort of the framework you should be trading. Then I do go live every single morning, giving you my daily bias, the fundamentals, the higher time frame perspective, everything to do with the daily bias. So you can just simply log on, do the live, get the bias, and then either trade ALG or DTO in line with that. And then every day also after the London session, I jump on a post-London stream where we go over what we've seen, what trades we've had, what price action did, and what way you could have improved or done better. Basically a live journaling session every day, so you can always improve after every session, even if you didn't take a trade. So yeah, pre-London stream, post-London stream, all them videos on my strategies and one-to-one every single month. We're actually trying to make profitable traders here, which is why it filled up 45 slots in a few weeks. So yeah, there's 5 more slots. Just DM me mentorship on Instagram if you are trying to fill those last slots, and we can jump on a call and I can sort of go through your trading and let you know if we'd help you or not. But that's my Instagram right there. Just DM me saying mentor. 50k giveaway today. 50k giveaways on Friday, bro. What do you see on gold? Okay, nice. We had that CRT completed. Fucking hell. Holy CRT. What even was that? Was that daily CRT? Yeah. Yeah, we did have that daily CRT. So on Friday was ideally looking for buys because we did have that CRT as a target. Now we're getting rejection, so I would really look for sells, to be fair. You can see we rallied up, filled this 4-hour imbalance fully, completed the CRT. So now, to be honest, it does look more bearish than bullish. If you look on the daily order block hit, rejected, broke structure. Bullish CRT completed, but then just tapped into a 4-hour imbalance and then rejected again. So I'd be looking at sells. So I'd either look for ALG or DTO sells on this, on gold. Obviously, we're not really going to take the Asia higher for sells by the looks of things. So we have to more look at the DTO strat. So let's mark out the DTO. So yeah, we've had the distribution away from the DTO. I just want price to come back to it now and then execute on sells. So I'll put my entry on the DTO. Stop loss on the high. To be fair, you can do TP on current London low. That's absolutely fine. The only other way is if you wanted to have a bit of a bigger stop loss, you'd have to change your entry a little bit. You'd go same entry, obviously, but then your stop loss would be above this fair value gap, just in case we do want to come into that FVG. See, we do have a gap here just above the DTO that we could come into. So again, it's kind of personal preference, but I would be aware of that. So stop loss there. See, the TP would be too short if you aim for that, so I would really aim for, go on the 4-hour time frame. We've got this imbalance here. If we mark out the imbalance on the 4-hour, put on the 50%, and just aim for the 50% of that imbalance. And they would be my 2 entries on gold, depending on sort of how you like to trade. If you're more of a scalper or more of a day trader. Yo, YC, what you saying, bro? Discord, yeah, boys. Wait, Mace, if you're in here, comment the Discord and pin it if you can, bro. But yeah, we're going to do a 50k giveaway on Friday, boys, so make sure you're here for that. It's been a long time not seeing you. Come on, bro. How you been doing, bro? Since when were you a swing trader? I'm not, bro. I'm not, bro. Bro, say something about Nasdaq. I don't trade Nas. I think a lot of people just trade Nas out of pure and utter cope. Mate. See, we're at all-time highs pretty much now, so all you really want to do is just fucking buy. Literally just rejecting all-time highs. We filled this 4-hour imbalance. I mean, I really don't get how you guys trade this terrible, terrible, terrible asset. That is genuinely terrible to trade. We swept the Asia low there. We've then had a 15-minute IFEG, so we've inverted a bearish fair value gap. Let's get rid of that. So realistically, you'd be valid to buy right now. TP on the high, Asia high, stop loss on the low. So this would be the trade for me. We've had everything we needed for my strategy to form, so yeah. I would just be happy to enter. The only reason I don't really like it is the higher time frame's just so poor. it's obviously just always bullish. So there's not really many trends you can take advantage of. It's more just like, we're going to go bullish, so let's just try and avoid the bearish manipulation as much as we can. So it's just a mind fuck. Bless you, man. No worries, bro. Would you ever move to futures? I'd definitely give it more of a go, but I don't think I can ever see myself moving over to it fully. I entered a buyer position on gold. Fair play, bro. How do you identify the DTO? It's just 5 AM, bro. 5 AM time. $5 AM London time. New York midnight. EU re-entries. There'll potentially be re-entries if we invert this fair value gap, because then we can look for a retap on it and then a distribution down. Until we really invert this fair value, yeah, there's not really much. Taking NQ longs, fair play. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Obviously, I don't trade NQ, but this is my strategy really to a T here. So, I mean, to be honest, you actually would have entered a bit earlier off of this, 50% of it. But yeah, it's kind of a bit of an awkward one because we are literally just about making all-time highs right now. We've just rejected all-time highs about, what, 6 hours ago. So, yeah, it's a bit of a mad time to buy. But at the end of the day, what I say, boys, what I always say, simply the way we trade, have a daily bias on the higher time frame. Once you've established that, treat that as gospel, and then purely just completely and utterly stick to that bias. So if it is buyers, then just trade ALG when it forms, ALG buyers, or trade DTO buyers when it forms. Asia sweep, buy, distro away from the DTO, retest, buy. Or obviously if you're looking at your daily bias tells you sells, like on it was on EU for me, then we either look at ALG sells or DTO sells. Alright, we've got a minute left of this candle. Let's try and invert this fair value gap if we can. If 4 to 5 trades appears in a day, should we have to take all the trades? For my strategy, I would never get 4 to 5 trades appear in a day, because I only really trade EU and GU. I trade JPYs, but to be honest, in the last 2-3 months, I haven't really been touching it because of the intervention and stuff like that. Was the ALG and the DTO. If you want a free PDF on that, bro, just DM me on Discord or on Instagram, and I can send you over a free PDF on the ALG and DTO, or just book a call and I can explain it to you. But yeah, just DM me on Instagram, boys, saying call or mentor or PDF. If you want to book a call, get the free PDF, or get in a mentorship. As I said, I've only got 5 slots out of the 50 left of the mentorship we opened a few weeks ago. It is 1-to-1, so that's filling up pretty fucking fast. What you target on EU, bro? Be the external low. So the low of all this consolidation on the 4 hour. But yeah, I'll never have 4 to 5 trades appear because I only trade 2 strategies and they never contradict each other. Sometimes they stack, but I would only ever really take 1. So the max trades I'd have in a day would be 2. But even that's just stupid because why would I enter an EU and a GU trade? I'd rather pick one or the other. So really the max trades I'll have in a day would be 2 in terms of I'd have a EU short, for example. And then if it loses and I'm still confident, then I'll have another EU short. But I'll never have an EU short and a GU short, and then an EU long and a GU long. I'll never flip my bias like that. So, what's your Insta? My Insta is at Richesse FX. Same as my YouTube. Richesse FX. Chat, it's my birthday today as well. Yo, Joe, what you saying, bro? Was you at the parade? 15-minute close. Why can't I see this? Alright, one more 15-minute candle to invert this. Bruv, come on. Fucking hell. Are you 30 yet, or am I old enough to be your mother? No, I'm not 30. I'm away off 30, thankfully. Is it possible to buy NAS now? I mean, I don't trade NAS, bro, but I would be bullish on it, yeah. Kims, you probably are old enough to be my mother. How old are you, Kims? I wasn't at the parade, bro. It looked nuts, though. I was watching it on TV. Yeah, it was sick, bro. Happy birthday, Lou. Come on, Kims. Happy 30th. Come on. 30th, you know. Happy birthday. Come on, bro. My mic just went. It's back. Happy B-Day. Come on. Appreciate you, one ball, Jay. Drift King. Appreciate you, man. I'm 39. To be fair, are you old enough to... Nah, you're not old enough to be... Well, you probably literally are borderline old enough, yeah. That's crazy, bro. Imagine being my age and your mum's 39. It's basically your mate, innit? Time frame on NAS is a joke, though. It's something like 30% in a month. Yeah, trust me, bro. Bro, send where I can get the PDF for your strategy. I already joined the Discord. If you go on the free chat here, be careful because you'll probably get DM'd by fake accounts pretending to be me. But if you just go to the free chat, I'm just going to say, I'm going to drop a message in me now. So DM me now for... Two six. Consultation. Cool. And you just got to click on my name and DM me, bro. Alright, yeah, I've just dropped a message there, boys, on the free chat. So if you just go to the free chat, click on my name there, and then just send me a message. Can't you send a link for YouTube for the PDF, bro? Nah, I can't, bro. There's no way to DM on YouTube. How do we get in the Discord? It should be linked in my profile, bro. If it's not linked to my profile, just go to my Instagram, Richesse FX, and you'll be able to get in, bro. You'd pull my Insta up now. Yo, can someone drop a link to my Instagram in the chat? Someone drop a link to my Instagram in the TikTok chat. Well, boys, just DM me on here. To be fair, yeah, I got limited from sending fucking links on YouTube and on TikTok annoyingly. On Instagram, I just realised just go to my YouTube chat. Just go to my YouTube. If you're trying to get in the Discord, easiest way, just go to my YouTube. Richesse FX. And just click Discord. If you go on the links, it's on my link tree or it's just there. Yeah, YouTube Richesse FX. Got 30k subs on there. We're live now to about 200 man. YouTube's cooking. But yeah, go to my YouTube, boys. It's the easiest way. I do have a lot of good vids on there as well if you are interested. Accept requests on Discord. Sweet, boys. If you have sent me a DM, I'll get back to you ASAP. What chart is this? EU, bro. Now there's no time to enjoy the 20s. Enjoy your 20 time. Goes too young for me then. Wow. Damn, I literally could. Yeah, that's crazy. Time does go quick. Time does go very quick. Time does go quick. 30k special, 100k giveaway. Yeah, bro. When we hit 30k subs, I will be doing a special. We'll do a big fat giveaway. Can you take these trades and leave them to run with no SL and Can you take these trades and leave them to run with SL and TP, or do they need managing? Our advice is to not really bother with your managing of a trade. Taking partials and setting break even, it's not really going to have that much of an effect on your actual results. You won't be any more profitable by taking partials and going break even. It's purely a psychological thing. You should avoid it as much as possible. So our advice is always place your trade, set your stop loss and TP and stick to that. If it's going to win, it's going to win. If it's going to lose, it's going to lose. Just let the strategy play out and let the effectiveness of the ALG and the DTO play out. Don't restrict it by taking partials or going DTO. Happy birthday. I appreciate you, Mitch. It's buyer, bro. Fair play, man. How comes you're looking at buyers? What's your buyers today? Sells, bro, on EU. Appreciate you, Trap. What are you saying, cutie pie? Nothing, man. Just in these EU shorts, just waiting for these to sort of distribute away. The main thing we're waiting for was a close below this fair value gap here, because we've inverted this one here. But it doesn't mean too much when we invert this one, considering we got a more discounted one a little bit lower. So we could push up off that still. If we reject this, retap this, boom, we're laughing. Re-entry points would be this fair value gap, and then this DTO level. Don't know if you can see it on the chart, but this level here. Should be looking to get back in here and here. But we'll wait and see if that comes through. Oh mate, my voice is fucking going. So with your voice, bro, you good? Yeah, I've been at the fucking parade yesterday, and obviously it was Champions League final the day before, so I just feel fucked. Cheers to your new age. Appreciate you, bro. Check DM on Discord. Sweet, bro. I'll DM you back. Happy birthday. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, bro. Where are you from, Lou? Chinkford, Essex side. Yeah, bro, from Essex. I took an L like a boss today. How comes, bro? What was you in? Bro's in a cell, lol, L. How comes, bro? What are you looking at? Well, you and Mace heavy on it last night. You both sound knackered, mate. I was. I've been heavy all weekend, mate. So use detail as an entry point. If it breaks below, then respect it. Yeah, we use it as a distribution and retap. So ALG is a reversal trade. So we've got the Asia high here. You can see London sessions trading higher. ALG is for a reversal of that. Whereas DTO is of a continuation where we're already moving down. We've broken past the DTO. We look for a retap on it. And then price selling off. Should be in a buy ATM, bro. Trust me. Why is that, mate? So, yeah, DTO. Right, 4 minutes left of this candle close. Also the hourly close as well. Bear in mind, this is an hourly fair value gap as well. So if we can close below this hourly, that will be beautiful. So that is the 15, but I'm also going to mark out the hourly as well, just so we can be aware of it. So this is the hourly. People run them ways are such characters. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, Essex is a sick area. It's a good area to be from. My other half has a studio over there, Barkingside High Street. Yeah, a few of my mates live in Barkingside. Barkingside, Hainault ways. Majority of my people that went to my school was from like Hainault, Barkingside, or like Chigwell. Personally, it's a bear market. It's going to come back to 4550. Why do you think that, bro? Bullish buyers personally waiting to see the Asian/London low get swept and a possible FVG taking entry on. Fair play, bro. If I was looking at buyers, I'd just be looking to buy from the DTO. If I had a bullish higher time frame buyers, which obviously I don't, then I'd be looking for price to come down and just tap on the DTO for a buy. Bear in mind, we've already had the distribution away from the DTO. Just want price to retest it. And then... Alright, 2 minutes left of this close. We're getting a bit of movement coming on the 1 minute there. You can see really this last sort of 30 minutes of price action has been pretty dire. Okay, nice. You know, Perfume Mark. Who's that? Perfume Mark, you know. Most important 2 minute. Yeah, trust me. Doesn't look like we're going to invert. It looks like we are going to have to wait a little bit longer for that, which is fine. Price will reject 6540 and sell hard. Why'd you say that, bro? 6540. Yeah, what made you say 6540, bro? Which geezer who goes around them sides selling all the snides. Oh, fairs. Yeah, I don't even know. Weekly level, broski. Oh, fair play. Happy birthday. Appreciate you, Fletcher. Check DM on Discord. I'll check my DMs after the stream, boys. I'll get back to everyone. What are you saying, Bilal? I'm all good, bro. Is it worth holding this EU sell? You reckon got cooked end of last week? At the start of the week was good. Yeah, bro, I reckon it's worth it. Bear in mind I'm on a challenge account, so it's worth it for me. Maybe if you're on a... Like, I'm already multiple six-figure funded, and obviously I've got a lot of challenge accounts just sitting there. So it's worth taking these type of trades, simply just following my strategy, bearish high time frame bias, and then trading the ALG. So yeah, on a challenge account it's worth it. Obviously this actual trade here, the normal ALG, as you can see by this little diagram, would say that my TP for an ALG sell should be on the Asia low, as you can see. So the trade really should be something like this. But obviously that RR is only 1 to 1.5, which isn't enough for me. I have a minimum of 1 to 2. So yeah, personally, the absolute highest I'd have my stop loss would be here. My TP, sorry, would be here. But I'm personally aiming for this external low. Because if it plays out, then yeah, I pass my account in one trade and it's another 200k funding, which is very fucking nice. We also got this daily CRT, which I'm liking the look of. So I do think that we're pretty high up. If we look at this CRT overall, the CRT high, the CRT low. Take care, Lou. I'm going to go on my day. Sweet, bro. By the way, if you ever want a tattoo and can get to Hackney, holler me. Fucking hell, what is it? A good tattoo? To be fair, you're quite cool. You're one of these, like, hip Londoners, isn't it? So the tattooist is probably quite good. Who is that? I'll look at his Insta or something. If price shows rejection at that level, then hard sell. Agreed. Yeah. It's a solid trade, bro. Appreciate you, bro. What's the TP on EU? Yeah, it's that external low, bro. GeoGuess. Yo, chat, who wants to play GeoGuessr? I know some people don't like it. Some people do. It kind of splits the room. How are you today? I'm all good, bro. Good, Meggie. Had a sick weekend. Despite the even the final, bro. I know we lost, but it was sick, man. Being with my pals, drinking all day in St Catherine's Dock, like London Bridge area, Tower Bridge area. Sorry. And then watched the footy outside Bank Station. If you know the boozer, I can't remember the name, but it's the big one outside Bank. With all my Arsenal pals, and it was fucking sick. Shame about the result, but it was still a sick day. And then the next day it was the parade, and it was fucking sick. It was unbelievable. The only L thing, bro, oh my days, I can still what's the bottom, like what's the bone at the bottom of your back where your ass is? Bro, oh my god, I can still feel it hurting today. I know I didn't get fucking bummed at the parade, but alright, so we line biked it to the parade because the trains was too packed, and I was on the back of a line bike. And if you've been on the back of a line bike before, bro, it's like a metal fucking pole. It was peak. But yeah, we line biked it to the parade, and then sneaked through some gate to get a fucking 30 seat or 30 viewing spot. Went off, went back to my mates in Islington. Yeah, it was fucking quality, man. It was sick. It was a sick day. It was a sick day. Cock sick. Oh yeah, you're cock sick, yeah, tailbone, yeah. Yeah, right. I'm actually genuinely worried that I've done a long-lasting damage to it. Hopefully it just fixes itself. But like, if I sit back, oh mate, I can actually feel it. It feels peak, bro. I feel like I've actually done long-lasting damage, bro. Did you went to see the parade? Yeah, bro, it was sick. Normally, what is RR? Yeah, minimum of 1 to 2, average of 1 to 3. I'm a director, bro. My partner is a tattoo artist, and yeah, I wouldn't recommend a bad artist. Yeah, trust. You need a massage. I know. I need a little Thai massage. You're not on bias to weekly high. No one sells to weekly low, bro. Yeah, sweet, Kims. I've had that from snowboarding and taking a fall. To be fair, I only like it was. Oh mate, I can actually feel it peakly. Oh, it's peak. From bare peeling as well. I don't know if you lot can see that. I'm actually decently tanned. Bare peeling on my arm. I don't know if you lot can see that. Would sell now a bit early. Want to see confirmation. Fair play. If we invert this hourly fair value gap, I think that's enough confirmation. Last time out, I broke 2 ribs. Yeah, that's mad. Yeah, skiing can be fucked, innit? Skiing can be mad dangerous. I learned your strategy through your YouTube. I learned your strategy through your videos on YouTube and I backtested 150 trades. I gained 133 RR, but I lose more 83 trades and my win rate is 30%. That's absolutely fine, bro. That is absolutely fine. That is honestly beautiful. Chat, look at that. Let me just show you this. So someone's gone through my YouTube videos, backtested all of my all of the trades. He's gained 133 RR. His win rate's only 30%, but that doesn't matter. Why does that matter? It doesn't. 133 R, bro. Assuming it takes what? How many? So 8% plus 5% to pass a phase 1. So that's 13%. So 133 minus the 13% to pass the challenge would mean you're left with 110. 110%. On a 200k account, a total of 110% over the course of a year, or however long you backtested, is $220,000. But yeah, don't worry about your win rate. Mine's slightly different. I mean, my return isn't that high, but my win rate's higher. So I'm probably a little bit more conservative, or I traded it a little bit differently to you. My win rate's more about 50%. But I don't know how long you got those results over. But either way, bro, you're trading it probably holding a little bit more runners or aiming for a little bit more. Either way, that's a fat dub, bro. 133R. You won't find another strat that will do that for you, boys. I guarantee it. And especially not someone that will trade it live and teach it to people and still win in front of everyone watching. But yeah, chat, if you are trying to get into mentorship, just DM me mentor on Instagram or Discord. Oh shit, yeah, sorry, poor maths from me there. Poor maths from me. It's 120, not 110. I've got a lot on my mind. Right, let's wait again, see if we invert the 15, and then we'll see if it then goes and inverts the hourly. Bear in mind, it is the start of a new hourly candle though, so. Yeah, this is the general CRT target that I'm aiming for. I love the 10%, thanks. Fairs. Yeah, I'll give that to you, Si. 20 bags, calm. Mate, my tailbone actually hurts peak. What about the 4-hour CRT? What 4-hour, bro? The only real CRT we've got was we had this bearish one here. Sorry, bullish one here. Which, as you can see, was then completed. But the key thing is, so this CRT was completed to the upside. But you notice we didn't close above this. We again closed back within the range. We again completed the CRT, but then closed back within the range, which tells us again, or tells me, that we're actually going to move to this low now. So we completed the CRT, failed to push higher, and instead closed back within this old 4-hour candle range, which tells me this low is now our next target. And if this low is our next target, then that means that we are probably going to be targeting the CRT low on the daily. So yeah, that's my thought process. Why is this slanted? Waiting for my entry, markets are slow. Yeah, mates, comment and pin the Discord if you can. Let me make you mod. Right, yeah, you got mod. Market slow, yeah, facts. Very slow. Yeah, that's my Discord there, boys. If you are trying to get in the Discord. Let's see the CRT on the daily, bro. I mean, you can see it here. So you can see this is a big daily expansion candle here. That's the big daily expansion candle. And then this is the manipulation candle here where we pushed up, took out that expansion candle's high, but then rejected and ended up closing below the old high. So you can see this is our original expansion. Then we had the manipulation. Then the close back within the old range. So after we've manipulated this range's upside, we expect us to then trade to the downside of it. How long have you been trading, bro? About 4 or 5 years. Well, no, way longer than that. Fucking hell. Forget how old I am, bro. Jesus, I've actually been trading ages now. Yeah, 5, 6 years. 6 years. Well, it's actually 6 years. Wow. Fair play, coming up 13 for me. Fair play, yeah, it's mad. Your head must be absolutely fucked. 13 years in these markets, crazy. Everyone double tap the screen, man. Everyone double tap the screen. Let me know if you got any questions or if you want me to check any pairs that you guys are looking at. Grafting, my guy, sleepless nights. It's all worth it, bro. Fair play, coming up 13 for me. GJ. GJ I'd be bullish on. I just purely look for buyers. Really want to wait till price comes into the DTO first before. So you make sure you're getting the nice, cheapest price possible. So yeah, looking at this, we've got the DTO here. The daily true open here. We've had the distribution. I want to return back to it to then buy. So I ideally would go for this fair value gap that sits just below. So I go long here. Stop loss on the low. Even on this low, to be honest. And TP at the high. You can adjust your stop loss. You can have your stop loss here if you want. Here. Here. Sort of up to you. If you want the safest placement, you want it below that low. Just means you're going to have to add your TP a little bit higher. Which is fine because we do have upside targets on GJ. We're not at all-time highs yet. I'll probably just make it the bottom of this here. Because this is a big bit of imbalance that we've got. So if we can aim for the top of that imbalance, that would be really nice. That's a nice bearish close. Let's start pushing below this fucking fair value gap. Jesus, man. Why is it taking us an hour to flirt with this fair value gap? I entered 15 IFGEU. Fair play, me too. You got an office. We used to, but we're getting a new office on Monday. Gonna place a limit order on this trade if you want to, bro. It's up to you, man. According to my strategy, this is a valid entry, so check DM on Discord. I'll check all my DMs after the live, boys. 30, I wish. What? How old are you, Jed? Where's your TP? So there's daily CRT low, bro. Or the low's just resting below it. If you go on the 4 hours, just the bottom of this consolidation we've had. So we've had this consolidation. So my target will be here. Bear in mind, chat, every single day at 12 with the mentorship students, we do go on live. I will be going on live, breaking down what was my main things being, what was my bias, and what trades did I take. And these are the two main things. Because our strategy is very, very simple. It's a case of finding a bias, sticking to that bias, and then executing the trade. So first things first we do is, how did I find my bias? What was my bias? And then what actual trade did I get into? And what trades were there for the taking? Basically improving the way you trade the strategy. So that's what we do every single day. So we will be doing that at 12. And obviously we do have a pre-London as well, which starts at 6 AM London time and goes through to 8 AM, where we essentially break down mainly this, our daily bias, in terms of all these steps, and specifically this number 6 step, which is your fundamentals. So yeah, that's what we do in the pre-London. We give our bias and then tell you what we're looking for. Then the post-London, we then review all of this. So yeah, so that's what we will be doing, chat. So if you're on the mentorship, we will be doing a full breakdown as we do every single day. I think that's a really nice entry. Like people are really fading how premium this is. If we mark out the last month's candles high and low. Yeah, you can see we did tap the premium of that zone. We did tap the premium just about and then saw that sell off. But yeah, you can see it's pretty, I think it's pretty premium, to be fair. I think this is very valid for a sell. I think a lot of people are underestimating how optimal this is of a sell, but we'll see. Hello boys, what you saying, bro? Nice, mate, keep pushing. Yeah, let's hope so, bro. Come on, let's start pushing below this. Spent enough time flirting. Now let's actually brock some batty. You know what I mean? Looks like market's raging today. I personally think we're seeing nice bearishness. We've got the manipulation of the Asia session, which we look for in a typical sell-off, where we have a consolidating Asia session. We manipulate the highs of it, and then we look to sell off, which is looking like that's what's happening, and that's what I've executed on. Bro, look at gold buys. Looks tasty. I'll personally be looking for gold sells, bro. I'd want to see price retest the DTO, then sell off. As I said, you got your higher risk and lower risk entries here. One of them with a stop loss on here, just above the DTO retap. And one of them, obviously, with a stop loss safe of this fair value gap, but a deeper TP is needed to make the RR worth it, to make the juice worth the squeeze. In terms of the daily, I'll show you really what I'm seeing. So first of all, on the daily, we've got price rejecting this order block on the daily. Let me zoom in a bit more so you can see that better. We've got price rejecting this daily order block, pushing down and also breaking a low, so push down significantly. We then come for a bit of a retracement with a CRT, candle range theory retracement, where we swept this low, closed back within the range. We want to trade up to this candle's high, which we did. And then whilst doing that, so we completed the CRT in that retracement, nice. And also tapped into and fully filled this 4-hour imbalance and then got a rejection. So for me, I'm seeing rejection from this order block, also seeing CRT completed, FVG tapped, and then rejection again in line with the trend. So for me, that gives my higher time frame bias sells, and I'll be bearish. Therefore, I'm either looking for ALG sells or DTO sells, and I just let the strategy do the work. So that's what, again, chat, why I do a lot better than most people, because all I do is I put majority of my work into the daily bias. All my analysis is done on the monthly, weekly, daily, 4 hours. So I've got a lot better analysis than most people, simply because most people are on the 15-minute, 5-minute, and 1 hour. And if you're doing your analysis on the 15, 5, and hourly, and I'm doing mine on the monthly, weekly, daily, and 4 hour, I'm just gonna cook you. Like, it's not because I'm a better trader. It's just how shit works. The higher time frame just is gonna give you better confirmation and more confirmation of trends. And then what that means is if I can have a higher time frame trend, so for example, on EU, for example, my higher time frame bias has been bullish for a good period of time now, due to this 2025 high swept. And then if we go to the weekly, you can see after we had the 2025 high swept, we had a rejection, which obviously broke lows. So we then had the rejection, and then a pullback into our weekly order block. As we pulled back into our weekly order block, we then had monthly CRT, where we took out March high and then closed back within. So we're targeting March low now, and that is in line with what we've seen with everything else in terms of 2025 high swept, return to our order block, and then a sell-off. So this low is so blatantly my target, which means for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, now this is the 8th week, I've just been able to focus on executing on sells. Yeah, fair enough, some days like here, they're not ready to sell off, but overall, if you just have a strong sell bias, which we did, all you've literally got to do is then focus on simply waiting for your ALG to form or waiting for your DTO to form. And you let the strategy do the dog work. Strategy does the dog work. We just do our work on a higher time frame, give us our bias. We put all of our trust in our strategies to pull through, which we know they will. As you can see, higher time frame bias was bearish, and then we just let we just let our strategies do the work with the ALG strat, Asia high swept, confirmation, we sell. Alternatively, if we had the DTO here, we had the price distribute away from DTO, return back, and then sell. So either way, we let the strategy do the dog work. All we've got to do is have a higher time frame bias and just trust that strategy. And that's exactly the way I teach in the mentorship. I'm 40, Jed, it's the new 20. Yeah, if everyone says that 40 is the new 20. Can I ask something on this, bro? What would you need to happen on the higher time frame for you to change your bias? There's nothing specifically on the higher time frame, but if you do want a breakdown of this step-by-step guide, so I've got 6 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a very simple step-by-step guide on how I find my daily bias every day, and this has an 80% hit rate. So this here gives me an 80% chance or 80% likelihood of guessing the bias. If I can get the bias right 80% of the time, I know for a fact ALG and DTO will get me into those trades. The only levels that matter in the London session is the Asia high, Asia low, and the daily true open. So if my strategies are based off of that, and I get my bias right 80% of the time, then I'm going to absolutely fucking cook. Because all I've got to do is just place the trade and let it come through. And yeah, the 20% of the time I will lose the trade, but that's just part of trading. And it doesn't stress you out, more to the point, because you know you're just trading your strategy. So it wouldn't be anything specifically that I'd avoid, but if you do want a breakdown on these 6 steps, just send me a DM on Discord, and I can send you a breakdown of these 6 steps on a PDF. So just go to the Discord, go to the free chat in the lobby, and you'll see my message here. I've said DM me now for free strategy PDF, book a trading consultation. DM me for a free PDF, free strategy PDF, a trading consultation, free call. or to join the mentorship. Okay, we've got 4 minutes left of the close, so let's hope we can confirm this close below the 15-minute fair value gap. That'd be really nice if we could. We've got 4 minutes left, chat. Actually, bro, sales are really good. I just realised now we've fully closed below the weekly imbalance. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, nice. I mean, when we're refining that 30-minute imbalance a little bit more, we do have it there, yeah. But when we go on the daily time frame, we can see we've got a little bit of a more refined level right here. And you can see we haven't actually closed below that yet. So there's a decent amount of buying pressure, but that's what we want. We want people to still assume that this is going to go long off of this. We've got a move, retracement, long, because these people are not looking at the true picture of the market. People that are longing off of this are looking at the daily and the 4 hour. We're mogging them to death by looking at the monthly, weekly and daily. And what that tells us when we go on the weekly is a completely different story. Where we've got the 2025 high swept, big rejection off of that, breaking multiple weekly lows. We then have a pullback into our weekly order block. So we want to sell from our weekly order block to our weekly low, like that. Also got monthly CRT, where on the monthly you can see we took out the March candle high, but then didn't have the power to really continue any higher, and we actually closed back within that range here, which CRT tells us we then come into the range low. So everything really on that aspect is lining up, telling us we should be looking for shorts down to this low, and this fair value gap here is just inducement where people are going to look to buy to be used as our liquidity for sells. Okay, 2 minutes left. Are we still holding? Yeah, I'm still holding, bro. Should get me EU pullback now so I can get in on my entry. Where's your entry, bro? You said it was at 40 actually, wasn't it? Louis to go. Appreciate you, Chris. Big up, brother. We'll see you tomorrow. This is rubbish PA for me. Good luck. Appreciate you, bro. I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, I'm probably going to jump off on the close of this candle because I do have a call at 12 o'clock, my post-London stream with my members. So I'm going to be jumping off after this candle closes. Actually, what I'll do, I'll let this candle close, then I'll give it 5 minutes. So I'll jump off. I'm break even now. It's too late. Fair play. I'll just be holding. I've still got it open. The stop loss is quite big, to be honest. And if we look at this leg down, I know it doesn't disrespect my trade at all if we pull back into this order block here. Fucking hell. Yeah, I know it doesn't disrespect the entry at all if we hit this order block. Rejection, return to the order block. Still would assume rejection, so it doesn't make sense to go break even, in my opinion. I think that's just done purely out of fear, to be honest. Still not closed below the fucking fair value gap. Sick. I'm going to give it 5 more minutes, chat. I'm going to give it 5 more minutes. Five more minutes. And we're going to jump on the post-London stream, boys. If you have DM me on Discord, I'll get back to you ASAP. If you DM me about the mentorship this stream, make sure you DM me again right now. Just say mentorship again, just so your DM comes at the top of the list. Because out of the 50 slots, there are 45 already filled. There was only 30 slots which were filled in about 2 days. So I added it to 50. But as I said, it does come with one-to-one mentorship, one-to-one calls, and 2 live streams every single day. So there's just, I can't have unlimited people in there. So yeah, 50 at the max. So if you are trying to get in, make sure you message me mentor again to make sure you're at the top of my DMs, just because yeah, it'll probably fill up after this stream. So if you want to get in, then get in. Look, have you calmed down yet? Have you calmed down? I tell you what, you lot in that group chat, fuck me. Fuck me. Thing is, everyone's just mad pressed about Arsenal. Mad pressed. You can tell people hate it how good we are. They can't stand it. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I love it. Like, at the same time, this whole season, I won't give it to no one. I won't give it to everyone. Bear in mind, in that group chat, the main people that give it to me is Spurs. Mainly Spurs, Chelsea and Newcastle. Spurs and Chelsea I get. Newcastle, it's like a bit of a weird obsession. I know you lot are mad because we always beat you. And obviously Sunderland absolutely mocked your whole season. And you're the richest club in the world, yet got worse. And all your best players are leaving. So fair enough, but don't know why you're directing the hate to Arsenal. But Chelsea and Spurs, I get it. But even when Spurs fucked it, I never took the piss out of Spurs in that group chat. Never took the piss out of Chelsea, even though I could have. But now guys have started it. Just wait till next season, boys. Wait till next season. We'll be back in the Champions League final next year. You're going to have to deal with it one more time, boys. We're going to win the league next year again as well. So you lot can deal with that as well. It's going to be fucking beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. I don't care who won it. That's another thing. That's another thing about like a lot of neutral fans. They go, I'm a neutral, I don't care who won it. We know you wanted Arsenal to lose. Just admit it. Like, it's a bit of a weird obsession if you're not from London or anything, or don't support United at least. It is a weird obsession, but like, just admit it. Just admit you don't want us to win and you're obsessed. It's like, do you know what I mean? At least stand on business. United are coming for Arsenal's neck next season. Ain't nobody scared of Man U, bro. Ain't nobody scared of Man U. Michael Carrick as your manager, you know. You did the same mistake again. You did the exact same mistake again. You did as soon as you had Carragher as your interim, all you guys were like, as long as we don't do the same thing we did with Ollie, we just got to make sure we don't do the same thing with Ollie. We have to bring in a world-class manager after. Has to be just an interim. And you lot as United fans always do, get so overly excited, so overly gassed. You think you're the best team in the world, you think you're back. And then you take him on a full-time deal. I'm buzzing. I'm over the moon that Carrick is at United. Over the moon. Can you imagine United with Raiola? United with Raiola, they'd actually probably be a big old threat. It's the same with Liverpool. Like, Liverpool did well to get rid of Slot. Like, Liverpool with Slot, they ain't doing shit. Like, Slot is terrible as a manager. Honestly, a useless manager. But now they've got that Raiola supposedly coming in. Now they're serious. Same as Chelsea. Chelsea are a joke even now. But with Xabi Alonso, now they're serious. So Liverpool, Chelsea, yeah, they're serious because they got a serious manager. But United, you got fucking Carrick as a manager. Like, you've actually done the same thing again. You've gone back. When did Ollie join you? When did Ollie become permanent at United? 2019. That is crazy. 2019 you appointed Ollie. You've literally gone back to 2019. Bear it in mind. Look how similar this is. So United, last time, 2017-18, United finished second, and they then next season took Ollie on a full-time deal. This season they finished third, and now they've just taken Carrick on a full-term deal. You've literally just gone back the better part of 10 years. You guys really do not learn. Not gonna lie, I'm not majorly bothered by football at the moment. Yeah, I bet you're not. I bet you're not. I can support Newcastle. Mate, Newcastle though, you guys need to seriously grow out of it. Like, bro, Eddie Howe is not a good manager. Well, that's a bit harsh. Like, he's not a bad manager. But you need to grow up a bit. I know you love him and, oh yes, Eddie Howe, we love him, I love Eddie. He's not good enough to manage your club. You've been the richest club in the world for 5 years now, and you finished 12th last year, and your newly promoted rivals did the double over you and finished above you. You're the richest club in the world. If you had a serious manager, you'd be a fucking serious club. You need to run a million miles away from Eddie Howe. You lot are the only club. I don't know how you still support Eddie Howe. I don't know how. The guy's an absolute fraud. You need to run a million miles from him. Like, you're another one. You with a serious manager, you'd be a fucking threat. You should be competing for the league by now. You just should. Spent a lot of money as well, Eddie Howe has, and they've all been pants. Spent loads of money and they've all been pants. All been pants. 15-minute London might get swept to face bullish. I don't think so, bro, personally. It won't. It will come retest the weekly key level, then drop, bro. Yeah, you seem very confident on that, bro, but I'd avoid being so confident about stuff like that, because at the end of the day, no one knows. I don't know, you don't know, so having that degree of really false confidence is just not really going to be beneficial to your psychology. So fair enough, that's your strategy, but... 80 mil for Golden, lol. This is another thing, though. This is another thing. I know you've got to sell him, he wants to leave, but you're the richest club in the world. Like, money don't matter to you. 80 million does not even touch the sides. I know for FFP it's good because you need to sell players to spend, but it's like you lot are still offloading you're still offloading your best players to better clubs. Like, you're the richest club in the world. You should not be offloading no one. Like, you'll probably sell Bruno, you'll probably sell Bruno, Tonali and Golden. That's your three best players. So how are you ever going to progress as a club if you sell your three best players every year and then sign three players that ain't as good as them? Like, don't get me wrong, 80 mil for Golden is a good sell. But Golden's one of your better players. Like, who gives a fuck about the 80 mil when you've got fucking 80 billion or 80 trillion? You know what I mean? I do get it though, FFP you off at to, but still. I think you lot should fucking... Where's your take profit? First day low, bro. People like Nonny just vexes me out. How he finessed the Prem. What did he do at Chelsea that made Arsenal want him? Madueke's good off the bench. It's just like certain players have certain roles. Madueke's good at beating a player. That's what it is. I remember Omri saying, when he was talking about the Invincible season, I remember Omri saying, or not necessarily just the Invincible season, but just that phase of Arsenal. I remember him saying, if ever you're attacking, you need a player somewhere to beat another player. At some point in that attack, one of your 11 players, fuck me, my voice, has to beat one of their 11 players. And on Richesse for Arsenal, that was often Ashley Cole. Ashley Cole used to skip past the winger, and then you're overloading. You've beat a player and they're out of sorts. Madueke's good at that. Madueke will come on and he'll beat a player. He'll go round a player. I know his final product's poor, but he will skip past the player and make something happen. So when it's like late in a game, like it was against PSG, where you're at a bit of a standstill, there's nothing really, like we ain't really ticking, we ain't really creating a lot of chances, and you need a player to just beat someone like that. Madueke's your guy. And at the end of the day, he won us a penalty. Well, he should have won it. It was a blatant penalty. Let's just be fucking blatant and honest about it. It was an absolute stonewall penalty. Absolute stonewall penalty. Like the definition of a penalty. If that was Barcelona playing, we all know it would have been a penalty. If that was Real Madrid playing, we all know it would have been a penalty. If it was the other way around, we all know it would have been a penalty. If it was Man City round, we all know it would have been a penalty. Like, it was a blatant penalty. Madueke, come on, beat a few players, won us a pen, the ref fucked him. So you got to give him his plaudits. I know he ain't the best player in the world, but like, I think he's good at what he does, man. Overhated for sure. Like, no one's saying his end product's good. We all know it's shit, but it's like certain players are good at certain things. Do you know what I mean? And he's just good at beating a player, which is sometimes all you need when you're at a bit of a standstill. Right, let me let this 15-minute candle close, and then I'm going to jump off, because I'm going to have to jump on the post-London stream in 15 minutes. We've got 2 minutes left. Let's see if we can close below this hourly fair value gap again. We're trading below it right now. GU had a nice rejection as well. Kind of mad the way it made equal eyes like that though. DXY to me looks like it's pushing higher. This order block hasn't really provided much selling pressure. I do think we'll eventually break it and retest it, especially where it lines up with the DTO. But you see when I said look for gold buyers, gold flying at the moment. Yeah, nice, bro, nice. For me, it's coming up to the point where I'd sell, but yeah, if you are in buyers, that's nice, bro. Okay, 1 minute left. Again, it doesn't look like we're going to invert this. Fuck me. Bear in mind, we've got the prior. Oh, to be fair, it's not even the hourly close, is it? I thought it was the hourly close. I'm bugging. It's not even the hourly candle. I can imagine a Trump tweet soon. Fucking hope not, bro. Noni was linking arms, bro. Mate, it's a clear penalty. Everyone knows it. Spurs top 6 next year? No way. I think we'll brush through the hourly. I do think we will eventually, but right now we're just seeing mad consolidation off of that. You look at that. This does stink of a Trump tweet. This reeks of a Trump tweet. It does, doesn't it? This shit absolutely reeks of a Trump tweet, bruv. Right, we've had the close again. Unable to invert the fair value gap. As soon as this candle closes, that's when the fucking bearishness comes back in. Every time. Careful, they'll go up from here. I don't think so, bro. But anyway, I'm going to jump off now, boys. I do appreciate you tuning in. As I said, join the Discord. If you do want to get a free PDF on my strategy, if you do want to book a call with me, or if you do want to join the mentorship, the best way to get into my Discord is to go on my YouTube channel, Richesse FX, and just click the link in my bio. I've got banned from sending links on Instagram for a bit because I sent that PDF to too many people and it got me a ban or some shit. So yeah, just go to my YouTube, Richesse FX. Screenshot that now if you want, boys. If you're watching on TikTok or if you are on YouTube, just click on the stream, click on the link in bio, and then go to my link tree, or to just click on the Discord link. And then, as I said, go to the free chat right here, as you can see. Go to the lobby, free chat, click on my name and just send me a DM. Yeah, appreciate all you guys watching, boys, and I will catch you in the next live, people. Appreciate all the dubs in the chat. Appreciate all the dubs in the chat. As I said, I'll be jumping on with the members right now, so I appreciate all you tuning in. And I will catch you in the next one, boys. Sweet people. Alright, sweet boys. Appreciate you tuning in, man. I will be live on the YouTube at 1 PM as well with Macy's live. But I appreciate you tuning in. I'll catch you in the next one, people. Sweet boys.